He's also very poor at golf, but he'll get better.
Okay, well, we didn't have to bring up that part. But anyway, it's fine. We do indeed have ourselves a matchup, and it looks like we are all ready to go coming into this game. And honestly, this is going to be a sweaty match, I am anticipating, because these are two titans of kind of this up-and-coming new team with a lot of roster changes and a lot of faith put into them by the respective orgs. So really, first strike could mean quite a lot within this one. Calm trying to make it stylish with the flip reset into the musty, almost finding its way.
Yeah, that was looking pretty snasty, and I think that's more of a statement from OG, showcasing how seriously they are taking this. They want to bring out all the mechs possible. Calm, maybe looking for a second flip reset, gets it over one. Creams will play the back post, and OG will reset. What a world. OG versus TSM, man. This is a convergence of different worlds of esports colliding here in Rocket League. What a great time to be a Rocket League fan.
Oof. And not a good time to be the OG defense, because one of them gets sent into the Shadow Realm off this demo. Wavy, nice little setup here, and Creams the intelligent finish to put in the backside.
Yeah, that was quite well placed. Unfortunate for the OG defense, they're going to have to make it work. So TSM will take the early lead. OG be on the back foot. Good kickoff. Creams just going to be able to get one for himself. The cheat doesn't go our way, so that will be a quick 2-0 lead.
Incredibly painful reality of Rocket League. Sometimes you'll get scored on, and then 2 seconds later, you're going to have another one go in. That is just the reality of kickoffs in this game, and with one of the best 1v1 players in all North America on the TSM side, always going to be a danger. But that is fine, because that's what the regain is for. Nolly trying to provide it, but not able to get the pre-jump off.
Calm. And at this point, we're seeing a bit of fumble on the defense. Calm, we've been able to stick control. Creams, good match as well. Strong clear. Wavy, going to try and get the read. JNAP's not getting the psycho. That's going to go down. Nolly, able to keep it out. Calm will look maybe for the second touch. Pass down, maybe in. No, not going to be able to get through.
TSM had so little faith in Calm there that they just let him have it, and they almost paid for it. So certainly just a quick reminder, the damage that man can do when given space. Creams, yet another player that is quite dangerous on the ball, which is why he's trying to play with some mines here. Slow play almost all the way downfield until that demo takes him out, and looks like OG can regain some control.
Bomb, maybe getting one. Needs to get the good 50 over Creams. JNAP's last man back, knock it over to the wall. 3 minutes left, excuse me, in the game. Pass over to Calm. JNAP's, along with OG, hasn't had too much pressure in this game just yet. TSM doing a great job of just being able to control the offense from OG.
Trying to get the 50, but Hockey skillfully plays it around. Now Calm onto his hood. Little boop for Creams. That's going to be wide open for JNAPs if they don't get up for it. TSM is really just going to shrink back and turtle into the goal, as they really got away with one there.
Yeah, OG pretty content on just putting one in and just immediately resetting. Not too much relying on sustained pressure to open things up, though this might be a good start. JNAPs can't get it through. Despite his best efforts, going to look to disrupt Nolly, going for some demos and some bumps, trying to be annoying, and he does! JNAPs will make it 2-1.
Oh my goodness, Nolly's hands rated E because they're for everyone, just taking out the entire back end of TSM. Demos one, just cyberbullies Cream, shoves him into a locker. Love to see it, and now we have at least a little bit of a foothold here just past halftime, a 1-goal margin. Looking better and better so long as that kickoff doesn't go in. Every time I see it go in on that fake kickoff, I always get a little scared.
You know, even from the offseason, we knew that TSM were actually pretty good at their kickoffs because they're creative with it too. We could see that from the OG side as well, experimenting a bit more with their kickoffs. Though we haven't seen a fake just yet, which is nice. That's good. That's good, guys. I'm happy. Oh no! Cream still able to get this one off of what looked like just a bad 50.
And unfortunately, it looked like Cream's actually able to just get it around, and honestly, not a bad decision there from the OG defense. You have one player coming in from the sideline. If you slow down, you're going to get demoed. You really have to hit it, ideally, in my mind, to the front or to the back post, but instead they opt for the near post shot. Creative angle from Creams. I was not sure he would be able to get that one off, and yet here we are. Yeah, JNAP's trying to make up for it, and gonna have to turn away for right now.
So OG will have to keep trying. Try and try again as they have 90 seconds left to work with. JNaps, play around one. Try and get another. Creams on the way back, looking for another. JNaps almost doing it himself. It will ping pong around the corner, but nothing will come of it. And OG, they're going to have to keep trying again. JNaps will put another one on. It'll go just high. Calm can't clean it up.
TSM, I mean, they have had some fantastic offense, but they are living on a prayer on some of these offensive bouts from OG. We have really rocked a lot of shots close, and really just if we're not pre-jumping some of these reads, they probably could have gone in on their own volition, but at the end of the day, all they got to do is just last another minute, and we got to make sure we ramp things up and avoid demos as much as possible. Nolly not able to get the combination pass.
Not a good way to start right now, especially with how just oppressive TSM have been. Nolly trying to play that midfield, and Wavy not caring, just continuing to go for these dunks. Of course, the man is a 1v1 god. We knew that was going to be a problem coming into this match. 30 seconds remaining. OG, they want a chance at this one. They're going to have to score now. Hope for a decent kickoff. Nolly will take control. The boys just have struggled in this one. Not a good way to start.
And at the end of the day, I think it's really not too much of a struggle on offense. I've been really actually happy with how much pressure has been laid in and what the finishing has looked like. Another one top corner to nine. Nolly getting a rebound. Little bit of hope as we exit into the last kickoff.
All right. We've been labbing the kickoffs. Are we going to see a fake? It's the one time we have. Despite TSM getting a kickoff goal of their own. 3, 2, 1. We'll see how it ends up. 6 seconds left on the clock. We need OG to secure one more. The last few seconds winding down. Last possession. Calm in the waiting. Wavy letting it touch the ground. TSM will take game one.
And I was really curious to see how that one went. And it looked like it was a bit more of a conventional one at least. And maybe they have showed their hand a bit too much here on OG on this fake kickoffs. But regardless, going to go down as a TSM victory. And ultimately, I will say this is more of an issue, I would say, with us just trying to lock down the back end, more so than the offense. Probably the best our offense has looked, despite there really only being 2 goals to the good. Is probably the best team coming out of the bubble scene, and really not too many org signatures being thrown around by these players. This is really the first big chance, is that their chemistry is unlocked. They will take advantage of every single option, and honestly, Creams and Wavy are probably my 2 picks for most improved players across all of RLCS in NA. There's certainly
give Hockey his flowers.
Hockey's always kind of been him, though. It's just that Wavy and Creams have finally proven that they're at that level. So OG, we have to rise above. We've been here. We've been around the block. Now it's time to show it off here. Calm maybe trying to do that with something a little bit slower, but not going to beat out Creams.
That's the thing, is that OG, they're dealing with the new kids on the block now. That's a pass off the backboard. No one is there. Calm putting it up high. Nolly puts it through. That was planned. And Nolly will give us the early lead.
We'll see a little bit of a nice set there from Calm, and likewise a nice spike down from Nolly. And that's something that I've been noticing about TSM a couple times. I said they were living on a prayer, mainly because they're super static on that goal line. They're kind of just waiting to see if they can react to the shots rather than get in the way of them. And so long as the accuracy is there, that could be the first of many for OG, but I'd rather see some nice defense at this point now that we have the lead, and we're going to watch that one go just wide.
And I think the main thing is that OG, they're trying not to be predictable. I think that's what forced the, I was about to say hey bro, but TSM defense to be a bit more static. Calm, putting one down, potentially Nolly will back off it.
You will be able to get that annoying touch. It's something I mentioned we did the other days that really disrupted a lot of offenses. JNaps, that's wide open. If he can speed up to it, that's why Nolly lends them the assist on that one. 2 to the good.
Wouldn't even be able to tell that OG just lost game 1 with how they're playing right now. What a beautiful pass. Perfectly calmed. I think that is Coach Torment in there. Just focus on the comms, boys. You'll be able to make it through.
So we will be able to see a more wholesome regain. Holistically, an improvement, I would say, from the squad. And ultimately, at this point, I just have to see what TSM has up their sleeves, as they're not a team to take this laying down. Wavy, that should be open, but Nolly so fast to that read.
Hockey. Midfield pressure as always. JNaps will get taken out for his efforts. Calm trying to create disruptance in the defensive rotation of TSM. JNaps putting it up high, just barely gets over 1. JNaps going to knock it down, and Nolly will back off. Understandable. That is a difficult one to read. Hockey not able to put it through. Man, that is something you won't see too often from the likes of Hockey.
And that is a rare miss, and I will gladly take it. I'll gladly take Calm, getting another one reset. What a pass into JNaps, but not going to be beat out Creams. Potentially the counterattack here is Nolly. Smartly plays around that one. It will roll wide, but the ball's not out from an angle. No read off the bar again.
Creams. Finally, some challenges going our way. Calm. We'll get that one as well. So much of this is just on the challenge game. JNaps!
That is the KG veteran at work right there. Immediate rotation forward and gets that read out, beating out 2 defenders. That's how we do it right before half.
My throat hurts.
I mean, that's why casters don't sue. But at the end of the day, I like the full commitment to it. That's really what it's all about.
I'm waiting for an angry knock on my door from my neighbors.
They don't understand. I mean, I feel like they would be angry that you're making so much noise, but then you say, I'm casting OG in RLCS. And they're like, oh, well, never mind. Understandable. Have a great night.
Exactly. I am casting the greatest Canadian player of all time. Let me have my piece. Thank you.
Not be able to get that one across. So instead, it's going to be Nolly and the greatest Canadian player of all time downfield. And now upfield is Calm with the redirect. JNaps keeping possession, and they're playing keep away from TSM right now up until that back pass forces Calm into some aerial shenanigans.
Someone says my compressor needs a promotion. I wonder if because of how loud I was, if it just like squashed me to the point of just being quiet.
There was some squashage, but ultimately sounded clean. I knew exactly what you're going for, and honestly, I think we know what TSM is going for at this point, or OG just has them downloaded, because right now they seem like they're flailing at some of these reads. Hockey's trying to get something off this redirect, but looks like Nolly has that one covered.
Yeah, I think the defense is locked down much cleaner now, and a beautiful pass and shot from OG. Creams barely able to make it there for the save. Calm, that's a great flip reset, but won't get around the defense. As we approach the last minute of gameplay, TSM just no presence in this game at all.
Not at all. Unfortunately, that's really how Rocket League goes. You can get one game down and you feel like you're cruising, and then the very next game, everything just reverses. Rocket League does not have a lot of reset time and time to strategize, but that 1 minute can do a world difference.
So, 49 seconds. Nolly looking to make it 4-0. The Englishman coming through for OG.
The hat trick hero as well, being able to lead the squad as well, and I believe that is 100% goal participation on top of that. So being able to get all the goals, or at least be involved in them, is no small feat. TSM really has a lot to think about going into this one, and although we can say, Hockey had a miss in here, I think even with that gone in, this game is still totally different on the side of OG.
Shot.
TSM at least getting something. Wavy does not like to leave empty-handed.
Yeah, that was a great 50 though from Creams. Really played this well, so we just killed the momentum of the ball. And even going for the bump pressure afterwards, Nolly couldn't really do much from it. So 35 seconds remaining, still a 4-1 lead. Also, I'm wondering if Cream's gonna have to change his car decal.
I don't think it's too bad of a deal. I know there used to be a regulation about that, but I don't think anyone really cares about it anymore. Calm, the half rotation, catching me by surprise.
Just as we went down by 1, we immediately go back to a 4-goal lead. Calm, quick cut, makes it work.
And I also shout out to Brindota in the chat for the Tormentality coming in from Torment as that coach. Obviously, RLCS legend turned into the guru for the OG side. And honestly, I have to say the adjustments are looking real nice. Torment has been kind of right next to the lads all night long, and hopefully they can continue to impart their wisdom because it's working out real well here. What a rebound from a somewhat frustrating game number 1. OG making it an effective best of 3 for RLCS main event.
Yep. Now, we are very familiar with best of 3s at this point. If I need to explain it to you, then I guess this is your first time here. But
welcome into esports.
Welcome to esports. OG taking game 2 in a dominant fashion. It's just so clear these two teams are so similar to each other in so many different ways at this point.
Excited, be encouraging your teammates, but we know TSM is here for a reason. They're one of the best teams in this bubble scene. They're one of the favorites to make RLCS, and Unfortunately, so are OG. So, like I said, if it's boxing, this is a heavyweight bout, and it might start off with a haymaker from JNabs, but it's not going to have the distance to get through.
Yeah, I think Calm just had a misread on the bounce downwards. JNabs knew exactly what he was going for, and even TSM was a little slow on it. Still, an early opening. Cream's going to try and play this off the wall. Calm gonna have to go for a good 50, and JNabs just going to clang it downfield. Wavy having to go back for it, and it's a little awkward, but he still gets a save.
Down to the side, Creams going to lob it back in as Hockey gets one, tries to get two. Nolly taking no chances. They're all the way back. We'll be able to take a clean air dribble. Calm up for support. Just wait for the end result.
Oh, no way.
This looks like a pretty solid 50. I thought the same thing. Might be fine all the way through. Calm with a pre-jump. Not going to get that double tap. The backward save from the knapsack.
Oh, my goat. My goat. All right, now, what a brilliant save. Just another in a long list of accolades. And Wavy just barely missing this one. OG need to recollect right now. The defensive rotation is in a bit of shambles. Even this one, a team clear back to our own half. Nolly looking to keep it in play, getting over two defenders, needs to get bumps. JNabs just trying to force it through, doesn't get it.
Well, certainly interesting to see TSM start to put in all those multiple passing plays to be able to get one shot off. So something to certainly watch out for, but doesn't mean the individual skill is not there in spades. Creams, definitely one of those players that likes to show that off. Same with Wavy. The half rotation nearly catching us by surprise, but should roll out to Calm, and there's the outlet clear.
Yeah, these challenges are so early. Calm trying to sneak it through and play it a bit more slow. Wavy catches him out for it. Nolly puts off the corner. Anyone there? JNabs just a little wide.
And just a little indeed. And again, TSM getting real lucky on these finishing. If it's going to be a bit closer next time, then we might be seeing something creep on through. Creams playing the consummate goalie role, gets another save right at the last second.
Yeah, I would have liked Calm to play that a little bit lower because his teammate was right next to him. JNabs needs to get this 50. Hockey right there. Hockey looking for the defense. Wavy's a bit awkward. It's going to be a 1v1, potentially 2v1. Good catch, though, from Wavy.
Calm able to catch this one, decent flick enough, but you can see JNabs and Nolly, they know the boost situation, know the momentum situation coming in from TSM. You don't need to charge in if they don't really have a true outlet, so that is why Hockey took it slow, and now needs to wait for Creams to try to work through that corner. Not finding much success, maybe with the demo though. Wavy off the backboard, might have a pass the middle. Calm is there, but TSM is too. No ice in front of the net. Hockey trying to rescue the play off the ceiling, but can only settle for a deflection. Wavy inside to Creams, nobody lurking.
Still so dangerous. Hockey, you can see he's trying to play around the offensive half and looking for a pick, even getting a demo for good measure. Nolly needs to get this out, so OG can try and just relax a little bit in the defensive half. That's going to be a pinch all the way through. Is that going in? No. Hockey, of course. The defenseman is there.
Off the side wall, Calm. There's TSM in a bit of a pickle here. JNabs so quickly up. That's straight down. Nolly thinking about it. Doesn't want to give away that counter. I don't mind that at all, but I do mind this one. Wavy, you do not want to see him in a 1v1, and I would say a heavier touch than he might have expected. Dispels that one. 90 seconds remaining, still looking for that go-ahead. Calm all the way across, off the bar. It's JNabs, and it's going to be denied by Calm. No!
No! That's not a C. It's a nude.
It's a nude. It's all right. It's not like that'll be the defining feature of this game for us. Anyway, Hockey off the sidewall, able to get that shot in the back post, and Nolly.
That's me knocking on wood. So we will continue to try. We are still scoreless with a minute remaining, despite the heartbreaking chance, but we are not going to let that define us for this one. We still have the midfield's control. We're still playing at a good pace. This one's going to go down. Nolly's right there. And just like that, OG get goal number 1.
300 IQ pass. You don't have to beat the entire defense. You just have to beat the first challenge. Cream's no chance. Nolly is just putting it right on Hockey's head. He's going to have to watch that explosion go off right in front of his face. 1-0, 38 seconds to move on to match point.
38 seconds, but we know how effective TSM can be. Creams, he gets over 1. Calm needs to get a good touch. He does. Wavy will be prepared. That one's just going to go straight on. Brilliant clear from the OG side.
well as the foul from Com. He knows he doesn't need much. He just needs to play disruption as these clears continue to come on through from TSM, but not a lot of forward movement here. Wavy trying to be open. Nolly again playing disruptor.
Naps, no boost though. 10 seconds remaining. Need a good clear. That's not a good touch at all though. Calm gonna have to rush to it and cut rotation. Wavy, that's not a good one either. Calm can't get it on. Naps needs to put it down. Last second will go by. Calm needs to get a good touch. Wavy, don't you dare touch the ball, Wavy. Hockey will let it down, and OG will take game 3.
And that is a solid game. Had a heart attack once or twice, but that is why you keep aspirin at the ready when you're casting some RLCS level action. OG able to scrape by again, 1 goal margin, but look at that shot count, almost in the double digits for OG.
Yep. Red Bull and aspirin. 1 for your heart, 1 for your brain.
That's not hashtag not medical advice, but at the end of the day,
not medical advice.
The minutes potentially. They have to go through the lower bracket. OG trying to move on into main event. And of course, if y'all want to be part of this newly formed bandwagon, exclamation point OG jersey, but you have to wait for that. Hockey, what is this?
Oh. Whoa, okay, hold on. Let me just look at this again. This catch. Oh. Yo, that's disgusting.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that was kind of gross. Respect. Game recognizes game, and I suppose game on in game 4.
Yeah, that was clean. I think everyone in chat agrees that was pretty clean. Hockey, God, why? No, Hockey, leave Northwood at home.
What did they feed this man coming into this one? It's like the Space Jam, just taking a sip of the secret sauce here. I don't know what is going on, but that is an electric start for TSM. 11 seconds in, we're already trying to climb out of a hole.
It already is proven to be a large hole. Hockey, though, I'm loving the aggressiveness. This man doesn't want his team to lose. Of course, there is so much more to play for at this point. This is, of course, for top 16 to make it on through. Nolly, last man back. Wavy taking possession, cutting off Naps in the midfield. Excuse me. So far, Calm just trying to force it through, but OG, you're gonna have to get a bit more aggro than that.
Ali, nice touch, and that's a lot of space to work with. And I think he was waiting for Hockey, but Hockey plays so much patience there. Just goes for the boost steal as well, and won't be involved past that one, letting that one fake on down to Wavy. We'll test Calm's patience, but meeting with a 50. Now it seems like we've somewhat settled down, and we're entering into the mid-game.
Properly into it now. Naps looking for a shot. No one is there in the waiting, and OG at this point, we're playing a little bit slow on the offensive rotations, not sure when to fully transition, and Hockey again will make them pay for it.
I feel like he's just picking up the Infinity Gauntlet and just being like, well, I'll do it myself, because he's really not needing a lot of help in this series here. He's been really the galvanizing force for TSM, and right now he is taking control. Nolly had a hat trick earlier, and now it seems like it is Hockey's time. And I'm not necessarily one to say GG's, but right now TSM gotta be feeling really confident going forward into this one. Now they just gotta hope their defense can actually hold up.
Yeah, I think so much of it is just relying on maybe just a change of pace, and Wavy already just fully on. Naps, Calm, everyone is awkward. OG completely disappeared from this one, and can only hope that within 3.5 minutes we'll be able to get 4, but that is a daunting task.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to get scored on live, might as well make it early on, so you have something to build off of. Definitely a surge of momentum being instilled through this Hockey pop-off. Obviously 3 goals with a 4th for the assist on it, so clearly not really hurting TSM's chances here, but I would like to see at least something to kickstart things, at least for the morale, if nothing else.
I mean, the morale will be nice. I would definitely enjoy that, but I think at this point I'd prefer a dub. So Wavy, all 3 members of OG playing on the right side and trying to just change the pace to be super aggressive. Naps looking to keep it going. Will get it too wide. Nolly can keep in the offensive half. Calm, you can see hunting for demos. The man is the headhunter. Naps getting around 2 actually with the challenges, but Wavy will take control.
Unfortunately, I think the demos are something that a lot of teams, obviously anyone who goes up against OG is going to be well aware of how physical the rotations are going to be from Com and the rest of the squad. TSM is prepped for that very well. In fact, they're almost trying to position themselves inside the post so they're not an easy target. They have to chase them into the goal. They're also pre-jumping a lot of these demos, and I think it's paying off quite a lot, as well as these midfield challenges. Cream's adding a 5th.
Yeah, boys. You know, did someone check if their monitors are on?
it's a tough thing. Sometimes that does go off, and you're thinking maybe this is part of the game. Maybe it's a new update that you just have to endure. Can't really pause here, especially without RLCS admin, so got to play through those tech pauses.
I think JNap's is taking a bit of a nap.
I mean,
what did we call it before? What was it? You either get knapsack or...
you get the knapsack or you get the J-nap or something.
Yeah, the J... or you J-nap.
Put it on the tee.
Hockey. Still, this is a 5-0 lead. I'm wondering at this point, I mean, if they don't get one here, it might just be almost impossible with how TSM are playing so concerted and so well. I can't believe this is going to go to a Game 5.
I mean, I'm not super surprised since I knew TSM was a formidable opponent coming into this one, but we have gone the distance before, and it has worked out in our favor. The issue is that this is a lot on the line, and I will say TSM handling the pressure oh so well, considering this is the highest stake tournament that they have played in since forming as a squad, and let's see whether or not they can continue their run of form, as obviously Game 4 is going well, but we've explained before, one game does not mean much for what's going to happen in the next.
And at this point, I'm pretty sure OG just discussing what to do next, how they can change things up, playing for time. Yeah, like you mentioned, for TSM, this is their biggest tournament as a squad yet, though it is important to note that Hey Bro, as a bubble team, especially Hockey and Creams, as a duo, have been teaming for a long time. This is the first roster that really has made them click. Hockey, flip, reset, shot. That's the second touch. Hockey will be able to make it 6-0.
My goodness. 4 goals for Hockey in this one, and they're all beauties. Even the assist is probably the best assist we've seen today. 6-0 is quite the statement, but to be honest, OG fans, this is not just copium, but experience as a coach. When you're getting blown out, even if it's only 3-0, 4-0, it's not necessarily that you give in, but you use that time to talk it through a bit more. You understand you kind of just have to go through the motions for this game, and you take it as an extended timeout. What are we struggling with? What should we be doing in the next game? And kind of just use this loss as more time to be able to chat about things. I think that's really what we're going to be seeing for the rest of this 30 seconds, whereas TSM, I think, all they're saying is, let's just find a way to replicate this again.
Yeah, especially when you are in a dominant position like this, everything just becomes about the mental game for Game 5, how you're able to execute on the day. JNap's maybe getting one to go, but no, Wavy will be there. Last few seconds winding down. This is done and dusted with an absolute bullet coming all the way through. Com maybe collecting one to go, maybe going to style on it, but no. That will be a firm 6-0 lead for TSM, and we are going to be going to a Game 5.
I have to say, this is exactly why TSM is one of the scarier teams within this NA scene coming in. If you don't know this team, you will. They are getting into pretty much the grand finals, I think, of pretty much every off-season event, or at least getting top 4, I would say, in a vast majority of them. But OG Sports, we don't have to talk about them in the bubble scene. These players are consummate professionals. Hockey. They've been around for quite some time, but 900 points from Hockey going into Game 5 is scary, but I
actually think that might be one of the best single performances I've seen on a tier 1 level from Hockey. That is pretty absurd. So Game 5, Champions Field, OG versus TSM to see who qualifies for the Swiss stage. Everything on the line. If we lose, we go down to lower bracket and we'll have to keep fighting. Oh, what a pass. Oh my God.
The pass over to Creams is sublime. Unfortunately, Nolly just not getting the touch away, but Wavy knew exactly where the momentum was headed. Everybody converging on goal. It leaves the top of the box open. And it looks like TSM continuing what they started in Game 4.
So OG will have to keep trying. Hopefully, right now, TSM on a 7-0 stretch of goals versus OG. We knew this one was going to be a hard one. No doubt about it. Now we're in Game 5, but we got to lock in.
Yeah, this was literally the only team in this section of the bracket I was scared of. What happened here? Creams just finds himself in front of an open shot, and he takes one.
Yeah, so much of this is awkward because Calm, he goes to the backflip, trying to just diffuse the pressure. And it just sends the rotation reeling because the shot that's coming through, they have no visibility on.
And unfortunately, I think JNAP's definitely expecting maybe a 50 on that one, but he might be able to redeem himself. Calm and Nolly up for this one. Wavy cannot keep it out.
Finally, that is the first goal after 8 unanswered. OG able to break the deadlock for themselves. And hopefully this can be a change in fortune for the mixed squad. 2-1 is the scoreline.
I'm not gonna lie, OG fans, I'll take all the help we can get. If we can get some copy pastas getting in the chat, I would absolutely adore that one. I would also love it if TSM just left the half alone. Just get out of here. It looks like Calm is able to make my wish come true with a nice 50. Same with JNAPS in the follow. Nolly, where are you looking? Top shelf finish attempt, but gonna be saved over the bar.
If any of you guys want it, I can't remember what it is, but I don't know if there's a flower emoji. Let's spam this flower to give OG power. That's a pretty good one. You know.
Something to consider. Same with JNAPS. You got to put a hand up if you're TSM. Wavy able to reward himself for waiting through that one, but Nolly cutting it off at the midfield. Creams around. Wavy might be looking for a pass back middle. He will lob it past one. JNAPS tries to fake under, but good challenge from the de facto captain.
Need that no-tail energy right now. Through the power of flowers and friendship, we slay together, and OG must lock in for this game 5. That will be a strong clear, maybe an advantageous position. Wavy gonna collect the boost. JNAPS needs to force it, and that will go straight back in our direction.
High lob up and over Creams. That's a difficult touch, and that's why he doesn't get it. He has to call in Wavy for backup support. Nolly. Outlet pass, Calm and JNAPS stepping on each other's toes there. Hockey still getting disrupted though, but that doesn't mean much when Creams still on the air dribble, trying to get a good 50 and, okay, I suppose half of one. OG again, holding hands as we try to go downfield yet again.
Just approaching halftime now. JNAPS, Nolly gonna go for the challenge. Hockey, it's over 1. Wavy, last man back. Please don't leave Wavy or anyone in a 1v1. That is not what we want. JNAPS just gonna ooga booga this challenge. Able to get through. Guys, no! The collapse! Please!
They were playing for the save, but the last second, Creams could not have timed that any better. Poor Nolly just has to watch that sail right in front of his face. Halftime here, and TSM has a 2-goal lead.
Still doable. The flower power needs to come through for the boys in blue. JNAPS knocking it up high, getting over Wavy. Calm, looking for a pass potentially in Ollie, who will be there, still saved by Creams.
Disgusting amount of coordination required from TSM to get that one, but also disgusting because it sickens me to watch, because not a fan of seeing TSM finally pull together the defense. And right now they're trying to just keep it going by playing effective offense. If nothing else, just knocking it forward continuously. Wavy able to get Hockey on a pass. Double tap attempt might be a bit too high. Indeed it is. Creams looking for a double of his own, but not going to reach much of it.
Yeah, at this point I'm a little worried because OG, they're sending it downfield, but they're almost giving possession away straight to TSM. Nolly gonna have to collect. Calm looking for a demo, but that will be an easy challenge for Hockey. JNAPS go for the doink clear, and there's no plan right now, which is the most concerning part. Nolly puts it down. No, will be saved.
Deflection off Calm's touch, but Nolly has opened now into JNAPS. I think that was the attempted pass, but well shut down by Creams. Wavy, only 50 boost, but you know how much you can do with a little. That one going well by, and now Calm trying to get a response, trying to go over Hockey, but instead tries to go through him. Nothing doing, everything we're trying. It's not quite working out. JNAPS deliver us into the promised land. He's trying, but TSM defense still keeping up pace.
Calm. Oh, good demo. Maybe. I'm not going to be able to make it through, but it was so close and so well coordinated. TSM doing a good job, but not good enough for that one. Calm reduces the lead to 1.
Bang, bang. That is the temperament you need in the clutch. JNAPS, a flawless pass. Hockey and Wavy. You can't blame him for locking down the goal, but that's what pressure yields. Everyone collapses to make the saves. No one's ready for that square pass. 42 seconds to make it happen.
42 seconds doesn't seem like a lot, but in Rocket League, it can do wonders. Nolly getting the clear. Creams a little awkward with it. Someone needs to challenge. Calm just needs to control. 30 seconds remaining, and JNaps looking to be the hero for OG.
JNaps looking for a bump on Creams. He's not going to get it. Wavy able to wrap around the outside. A little bit of bump on the sideline means Wavy has a temporary touch. Double commit there. Nolly playing that middle. JNaps can't reach it. Calm is on the far side. Wavy will give it over as Hockey will get the catch. TSM trying to bleed down this clock. OG will not go quietly into the night. They have to keep this one up, and they got to keep this carry going. Creams with the spike, and it will not hit the ledge. Congrats to TSM. They are into main event, and OG, we will take our chances in lower bracket.